Hey, Frugal Mama boys. This here is Gathering Place. I got a couple things to tell you. Now, I like the color pink. You'll see a lot of pink around my house. And I'm a little bit sassy. But underneath that pink sassy girl is a U.S. Navy veteran. I'm talking steel-toed boots. I'm talking 3 DD-214s. I'm talking a Navy enlisted classification code of it. 1588, send me out to Lowry's Air Force Base to learn calibration. Worked on electronics, test measurement, test measuring devices, TMDE, test measuring device equipment in the calibration lab. Worked at Aircraft Intermediate Maintenance Department, did all kind of electronic stuff. I fixed it, repaired it, calibrated it, sent it out the door. I didn't put up with any guff from those sailors. I didn't put up with 1 inch of trouble from them. When they start coming at, when they start thinking that they can mess around with me, I put them back in their place. I do it publicly. I do it in a quick one-liner. And I make sure it's something that they'll remember. Now, we were talking about bugs. I know you're out there in Texas somewhere. This is a product. This is from Avon Skin So Soft. Now, you can just get the Skin So Soft bath oil, but this is easier. You got little kids, so you spritz that. See, my problem is I got to hold the camera here, but this is, you get some of this. I'll send you some of this if you want, or you find yourself an Avon dealer. I don't sell Avon. Anything I talk about is something I use. You know, it's good stuff. It won't tear your skin up, doesn't smell too bad, and you can still go outside in your yard at night. Here's something funny. Here's my joke. Get yourself some rope. Get yourself a big old thing of duct tape, right? Get yourself a can of wasp and hornet killer. This kills by contact. This is one of those sprays. You know, you don't go up to a hornet's nest and stand 3 inches away from it or 5 inches away from it and spray something on it, because all those wasps are coming out of that nest and they're coming at you. So these cans are designed, you know, for you to stand quite a few feet away. It's got your directions for use there, and of course I can't read that print. I'm old. I can't read that kind of print. But what I'm trying to tell you is this: having this, a can of this, by your front door, by your back door, wherever the point of entry is. If you looked at your house and said, if I wanted to break into this house, what would I do? What is the window that I would open and try to get in? What door am I going to try to pound on to get in? And that's where you keep your protection. I'm a light sleeper. I wake up when I hear anything. I wake up when my dog farts, you know, in the other room. So, I mean, I got a killer. I got a serial killer living in my house. You know, don't let that little floral collar and that pink collar fool you. She take a raccoon, have it in her mouth, killing it, darn thing squealing like a cat, and Kara's running around the yard with it, blood all over her face. I can't believe this dog, you know. It's like no wonder that she was a rescue only. They wouldn't let anyone adopt her. But I talked to the veterinarian about her, and we agree, as long as she's not killing neighborhood, you know, cats and puppies, and, you know, she doesn't hurt people. So she's got a home with me, and I kind of respect her. You know, she's like the little Ted Bundy wannabe or something. But if you can have a dog that intimidates other people, that's a good way of protection too. I don't know if you're there with them 2 kids by yourself or not. You know, it's none of my business. I just want you to think about safety precautions. You know, something like this is a safety precaution. And here's the joke. You know, we all know what's been going on with Black Lives Matter and the police, you know, shooting people that don't have a weapon. And can you just imagine if old Granny put some duct tape, some wasp spray, some rope, maybe a ski mask, a couple of hunting knives. You know, I got a couple of knives around, and then a big ass shovel and some plastic bags. Could you imagine how fun it would be to get pulled over, like for going 45 miles an hour in a speed zone, and then the police officers say, you know, I always put my hands right on the top of the steering wheel. Nowadays, I put my hands on my head and I say, "Don't shoot me." And they look at me like I'm nuts, and I'm like, "Hey, I've been watching those videos. I know what you guys have been doing. You know, it's the secret. Cat's out of the bag now. You know." So be prepared. Be prepared in advance. There was this man that they wrote a story about in the Bible. His name was Noah, and he built an ark for the flood. Well, he didn't wait until it was raining to get some wood and start making an ark. You get prepared ahead of time. You get your bug spray, you leave it out by the door, and you spray them kids, and you spray the back of your neck, your ankles, and then you can be outside and the bugs won't be bothering you. You get prepared for when the electricity goes out. Some parts of town, the electricity goes out because everybody's running their air conditioner. So you get yourself a candle like this that you can light, and them kids can't be knocking it over and starting a fire, and that just give you a problem. When you don't want a problem, you want to prevent a problem. So you need the right tool for the job. So you want your long reach, extra thick matches for the job, right? Extra thick. That's what I'm talking about, honey. That's what I'm talking about. I'm a genius there. There we go. See that? Enough oxygen in there. You light that candle. Now you got a candle for when the electricity goes out. You don't be running over to your neighbor's house borrowing a flashlight. You have your own flashlight, your own batteries. Get your own candles. Get your own matches. Keep everything away from them kids. And then here's the punchline. This is some charcoal lighter fluid. This is what you spray on those little briquettes when you cook outside on your grill. This is a gasoline and oil mixture. Why do you need something like that? Well, Gathering Place needs something like that because she's got one of these. She's got one of these Craftsman weed whacker. I got a whack the weeds. It don't happen by itself. You put the gas in there, right? And then you got to push on this. See the fuel line here? See the line right here? There's 1, 2. You prime it. And they still don't start, by the way. They're the most ridiculous piece of shit equipment ever made. I'm going to get myself a Stihl. I'm going to get myself something good. Don't piss me off so damn bad. Alright. So, what's the difference between charcoal lighter and a gas and oil mixture? One of them you're going to start a fire and cook with. The other ones that's for burning your body. That's when you call old Granny. She get her knife out, cut things into little bite-sized pieces, and we'll get Kara out there to have a few meals. Did you ever watch that movie, Fried Green Tomatoes? That's what them women did with that man's husband. They put him in the barbecue. Freaking the whole town had a piece of him. But he had it coming. I mean, he beat her silly more than one time. All right. This little pink sassy old lady is over and out. And if an officer pulls you over, you just tell him to undo his zipper and you're ready to blow on that breathalyzer one more time. All right. Bye-bye.